Hey guys, what's up? It's Apple Critics from AppleCritics.com, and in this video I'm going to be unboxing the brand new iPhone XS Max. Now this is the iPhone XS Max in the 256GB variant. I didn't want to get 64GB, and I also thought 512GB was way over the top, and that's the storage of a computer. So my thought was to get the 256GB model, since I do have an iPhone X in 256GB and also an iPhone 8 Plus in that same storage variant. Now, I did get the iPhone XS Max in space gray because most of my phones are in space gray, so I just want to keep that same color going for each iteration of the iPhone. Now, the iPhone XS Max does have a much larger display, so it has a 6.5-inch screen, so that definitely is huge. I did like the iPhone X from last year, so this is just basically a bigger iPhone X, but with a very great display and an upgraded A12 Bionic chip, along with better cameras. So without further ado, let's go ahead and unbox this iPhone XS Max. So taking a look at the box, we have this really nice image of the same size of the iPhone XS Max. So this is just roughly the size of it, so it is a big device. We have the iPhone branding on the sides, so iPhone, iPhone. Then you have an Apple logo right at the top, and an Apple logo right at the bottom. So let's go ahead and unbox this bad boy. So we can just pull the tab. And now I can see it does say 256GB right there, along with some more information about the phone. And then you could just pull off the shrink wrap. And then here we have the iPhone on the front, so we could just pull off the box. And then we do have the design by Apple in California. So that's what we always see whenever we open up any Apple product. And now I can just pull the tab. And there the phone is. So that is the iPhone XS Max right on top. So now what we can do is take a look at it. And here we have it. So I have bigger hands and I'm used to bigger phones, so that was my only complaint with the iPhone X, but this is just perfect. I really loved using the iPhone 8 Plus as well, so I'm just into bigger phones, so this actually feels really good in my hands and it doesn't feel too bad. I can reach the top easily, reach the bottom, and then reach the other top right corner, so it's pretty good, and it actually does have a solid weight to it. It feels like how it should be and how you expect it to feel. So that's what I really like about it so far. So we can take a look at what else we get in the box. So we do have the 5-watt power adapter, so there's no fast charging, so we should have gotten fast charging, and I'm really disappointed in Apple that we didn't get the fast charging adapter right here. So if you're spending that much on a phone, we definitely should get fast charging, so that's one thing I don't really like. And then we do have the AirPods, just kidding, we just have the regular wired headphones, so this doesn't even come with the headphone auxiliary adapter, so it's just the wired ear pods, not the AirPods. And then we do have the USB cable, so it's just pretty standard and what you would expect in the box. So now what we can do is peel off the shrink wrap, and this is the cleanest that it will ever be. So here we have the phone. So now what we can do is go ahead and boot it up. So here we have the Apple logo. So now we can go ahead and get through the setup process. And now we can choose English. And then we can choose our country. And now we can set up manually. And then we can connect to Wi-Fi. And now we can activate our iPhone without a SIM card, so that's a new feature. And now we can hit continue for data and privacy. And now we can set up Face ID later. And then you can skip having a passcode. And we can set it up as a new iPhone. And now we can set up our Apple ID later. So we could set up later in settings. And then you can say don't use. And now you can accept the terms and conditions. And then you can choose to install the updates manually. And then you can set up iMessage and FaceTime a little bit later. And we can continue with the True Tone display. And we can choose a view for the display, so we can just choose standard. And then you can hit continue. And now it's just showing us how to use the phone. And now it says welcome to iPhone. So you could swipe up to get started. So there is the iPhone XS Max. It actually looks really good. It has a solid wallpaper. So what we can actually do is look at the wallpaper. So if we go into the wallpaper section, you can see that we have the wallpaper right here. So it actually is just a ink drawing made by Apple, and it looks really, really good and really crisp, and it gets rid of that notch. So it makes you forget about that notch for a second, but overall, this phone does look really, really sharp. So it just looks exactly like the iPhone 10, but it's bigger and it has some features added. So what we can actually do is compare it to the iPhone 8 Plus. So this is a comparison between the two. You can see that they're both about the same size and everything like that. But when it comes to the screen, the iPhone XS Max is edge to edge, and there's just simply no comparison when it comes to the screen. Now I can take a look at the designs and the back, but basically I can see that they're both about the same size. Actually, the iPhone XS Max might be a little bit smaller than the 8 Plus. But when it comes to the screen size, you can see that Apple just used up every inch possible, and there's barely any bezel compared to having a home button and the top piece of the 8 Plus. Now we can compare the iPhone 10 to the iPhone XS Max, and you can see that they have a big size difference. So this is what it looks like. Now I just really do like the bigger design of the XS Max. It just fits my hands better than the smaller iPhone 10. So that's just personally my preference. Now we can take a look at the camera. And this is what the camera looks like, and we do have the same features, so you can just scroll through them. But what we can do is drag an object into the frame. So let's say, for example, we bring the iPhone XS Max box. We can just zoom in if we want, and we can get a closer picture, or we could just take a picture right now and see that the camera is improved. So we can just take a look at this picture now, and it does look really, really crisp, and you will notice it when you have a side-by-side picture with the iPhone 10, and that's when you'll notice how the cameras are improved. On the back of the iPhone XS Max, you do have a 12 megapixel f1.8 and f2.4 aperture camera, so the cameras are slightly upgraded. Now the XS does have a lot to prove, and in the upcoming videos that I will make, you'll definitely see whether you want to buy this device or not. So just stay tuned to all my Apple Critics videos. It's just going to be a lot of great videos coming up, so you're definitely going to want to hit that subscribe button. So thanks for watching this video on the iPhone XS Max unboxing and first impressions. Please be sure to subscribe to this video. Please smash the like button down below so you watched. Also be sure to check out other videos on my channel. Be sure to check out applecritics.com for latest Apple news, reviews, and more. Like my Facebook fan page at facebook.com/applecritics, and also be sure to follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/applecritics. And thanks for watching.